All great cities need a university. It's time to start ours. Good morning and welcome to MorningCraft. Grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's begin. So here we are, we're back in MorningCraft. We've got this awesome area behind the cathedral where we're going to be building our first university. And, well, I guess it's going to be the only university in this city. So I started by burning away all of the forest, and I'm doing this so that we can start work on a courtyard. And on the other side of this courtyard is going to be our first building for the university. Admittedly, I should have built the library a little bit closer to this, but it's going to be pretty cool either way. And you can see me here marking out exactly where the bounds of the courtyard are going to be. I then flattened out the terrain and made it nice and even. And when that was done, it was time to do a few other changes to the back of the cathedral to get that looking nice and neat. You can see this sort of dirt foundation that the cathedral sits upon. And you can see me here fighting the zombies that live inside it as I build a staircase leading up into the cathedral. And with some dirt laid down as the base, I started to place in a bunch of andesite stairs. Honestly, the monsters under the cathedral are a real pain. Should find some sort of way of collecting them, as it's a pretty good mob spawner, and I feel the water tower has sort of outlived its time in this town, and you'll see something about that later on in the episode. So it's time to go over a few comments from the previous episode. Desolator likes the ship, but did not expect it to fly. Raina Zufel is hoping to see more ships in the future and likes the name. And Ravenpaw says that they like the ship and to keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you all for the wonderful comments. So you can see me here putting in some pillars for the courtyard. And I sort of slowly built these up over time. And I left the dirt in for now as a sort of guideline. And we get to do a big reveal where we take away all of the dirt. But between each of these pillars, I built a sort of archway. You can see me placing the blocks to build that up slowly. I went for mud bricks for this one, as it's a pretty close match to the cathedral, but it doesn't use the same material, so it stands out a little bit. Okay, there we go. Pretty much done now.
The Olufians had arrived at the heap and began collecting up the residents above ground. They processed hundreds of miners, checking and searching for Admiral Bloodroot. Any miner that refused to be rounded up was dispatched quickly by the soldiers. By the third night, the Olufians had found the Admiral hiding in a small hovel. The hovel was damp and was a small coal seam before it was constructed. One brave miner had seen the Olufians down in the mines and climbed out through a shallow ravine. He escaped the boundaries of the heap and knew that he must warn others that the Olufians were hurting the people of the heap. Who better to warn than the Dawn Protectorate? He had heard rumors of this kingdom standing up to the Olufians triumphantly.
And as I mentioned the water tower earlier, you'll see here that it's gone, and I used the schematic of my windmill to replace it. I did get quite a bit of wool doing this, though I gave up halfway through and just burnt the thing down. But you can see now that there's a lot more sort of style to the agricultural area, as there isn't this horrible wool mess in the middle. Now back to the courtyard and its cloisters. You can see here I'm putting a nice deep slate roof on this. Something I'm copying from the, what's it called? From the market hall, there we go. And you can see now that the roof is half complete. And I'm building up the wall on the other side. And with that done, it's back to the roof. Honestly, this one's a little bit more of a filler build before the big university build, but I'm quite pleased with how it turned out, and it's really going to set the tone for future builds in this area. I need some sort of way of connecting up a walkway from the university to the harbour. I've not decided exactly how to do that, as a bridge would sort of limit boats coming in. Although the boats fly, so they could probably just go over it. And you can see here me filling in the last few details for pathways around the courtyard and filling in the grass in the middle. I did manage to kill an enderman, which gave me a grass block which I could place in the middle to speed up the growth. And so I took a fly around and had a look at the courtyard from a distance. You see the grass growing in here, and I did a few more changes to the back wall, and then it was time to remove the dirt and take a look at our brand new courtyard. And here we have it. We've got this sort of window area at the back of the back wall. You can see over the harbour, and you can see me putting in some pathways here. That grass is still filling in. Then I put some pathways inside, and you can see the finished courtyard. It's got some pretty cool cloysters. I've left the walls going into the cathedral blank, as I'm probably going to build some sort of catacomb or tomb beneath it. But there we have it, a simple build for a simple episode, and it's really going to define the tone of our next few episodes as we bring the university to life. I haven't solidified any plans for the university just yet, so any ideas, let me know. And there we have it, it's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have the most amazing day. In the next episode, we're going to start work on our first university building. So, I hope to see you there, but if I don't, I'm going to leave you with this daily quote. Here we go.